Talk to broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys.
I
I
get
can't
out
talk
the
to
broke
broke
boys.
boys.
I
I
get
can't
out
talk
the
to
broke
broke
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
I
I get
can't
out
talk
the
to
broke
broke
boys.
boys.
I
I
get
can't
out
talk
the
to
broke
broke
boys. I
boys.
get out. Just got done from doing my football podcast that I'm on, the Packs podcast, and just felt I don't feel like I really addressed what's going on at Chelsea. And this is my ride or die right next to me, young VXO. And she's here to just help me to understand, because we all gonna get to the bottom of it. It's gonna be a learning. If she understands, that means that you understand, because you watch football. She don't watch football like that, but she be grasping when I explain to her things. So if she understand, you definitely understand. None. Zero. We tried. Zero. That's how many points we've been gathering in these past days, and we need to figure out a way how we can get back on board. There's a lot to address. I want to stop right there. Already. You see, a lot of people have to realize there was a lot of worries where they were saying with Roman going, there's a lot of worries that Chelsea will not be the same old Chelsea, because Roman always took us out of hard times, right? We have to realize that the system that they had under the Roman Empire is not the best system for longevity. If you want to continue winning trophies, right? So when you have a situation where you're making the wrong decisions by selling your best young talents just to make space to go buy already already proven players, because even in then they go and buy the wrong players to come into the club. Frank Lampard brought Tomori into the team, and then all of a sudden he got sold. Him, Tammy Abraham, a bunch of youngsters got sold for the Gay to Crystal Palace. A lot of the players got sold to sign Lukaku. You have to understand the decisions that this football club is making at this club, because how can you sell all these young, good, talented players to go and sign Romelu Lukaku? We sold them players for this nigga.
Barely want Ronnie.
For this guy. That's enough. That's enough. Big club. When you're a big club, you gotta sell some players. Which is facts.
Obviously.
You're gonna retire. That's you're gonna retire. Chelsea was. I didn't want to know.
We were terrible with this game, right?
What team? What's his team?
Oh, he's supposed Arsenal.
Okay, let's start. Let's address what's all the teams. So we got a Man United fan right there.
Yeah.
We got Arsenal, and then we got Man City.
Yeah, but that's not important right now. What's
Okay.
important is what's going on with Chelsea, right? And everyone knew before coming into this game, Chelsea was bad. Chelsea was not doing good on the pitch. Nobody thought Chelsea was going to win this game, especially you playing Man City. That's just not possible. The man has just came in the door. How many months has he been in the door? 3 months? 4 months? Graham Potter.
Yeah.
Graham Potter has only been at Chelsea for 3 months.
Yeah, but
is it 3 months or 4 months?
Like,
I believe it's 4 months.
Damn near.
Let's understand something. This is not even his players. And I know that managers has been able to come and already have players at the club and do well with those players. But you have to understand, a lot of these players that are at Chelsea are not good enough. They're not good enough to even be at the club in the first
Yeah,
place.
and that's the thing. A lot of the players were really poorly picked. Like Chelsea
Right.
has a really bad hand, bro.
Exactly.
Like they have a really bad hand. That's like going into Uno and you got mostly the same of one color out of all your cards. Like you're
Right.
not doing well, bro.
You're not doing well.
And then you got a new coach and ass players. Players with just all type of problems, easily injureable players.
Like, what is up with that? What's going on with their diet? What's going on with the way you
like where the nutritionists at? Like who's telling them? Who's in charge of these things? Because there's no way these niggas should be so easily breakable. Y'all broke 2 niggas in one game.
Bro, John Stones tackled and injured 2 players.
2 players. Like, first of all, and that needs to be investigated.
That needs to be investigated. He got like that vibranium in his body or some shit. I don't know what's going on, but definitely it seems like he broke into Wakanda or something. But
that nigga needs to be investigated.
He needs to be investigated, right? So when it comes to situations like this, you have to understand that Chelsea right now is at the point where you have to back your manager no matter what. Because Thomas Tuchel put us in this position. I see a lot of people crying for Thomas Tuchel, saying that we should get Thomas Tuchel back without a mistake, firing Thomas Tuchel. But it's not a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Thomas was getting Hollywood as fuck in the office. Like, it was a complicated work environment, and basically, you know, they had to make the best decision for the
if they come and ask you, right? They come and ask you. Todd Boehly came into the game. Todd Boehly is not a football guy. He don't know about football, so he's coming into the sport, right? And I don't know the guy. I don't know this guy. But because I support Chelsea, fortunately, I know a few things about this man. Even though I really don't care, to be honest. But I have to address this just because we gotta bring context into what is going on, right? The British came and took Roman Abramovich. They came and took his business because of a war that's going on in Ukraine.
Right.
So he didn't even gain profit from his club. That's the first fucked up part that's going on. Then Todd Boehly come and their group, they come and then they buy the club. They bid and buy the club. Americans. Already there's a lot of red flags. So
red flags everywhere with that shit.
So already people are they're already talking shit about you. They're already putting you down. They're already showing you like it's just gonna go as a wreck. Because we've seen in history what American owners have done to other clubs in the Premier League. So you're not really having the best track history right now. But Todd Boehly is talking on this big shit. He's saying how it's gonna change everything, blase, all these promises. Cool. We've heard that from a bunch of American presidents. Look how that ended up. So now, with Boehly now in charge, Boehly, we don't have a technical director. Tech leaves, Marina leaves, they all leave.
Yeah.
Everybody just pack the thing and just go. They say, man, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah.
When they leave now, Todd Boehly has to now talk directly to Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel,
Right.
Here's the money. I have the money. I came in with the money. I gotta buy some players to make it seem like I'm really here to spend on players and all that good shit. So, what do you need? What do you need? That is every manager's dream. Every manager's dream that they can have the ultimate power, especially in these big clubs, the power of who they want in the squad and what they like, who they want and don't want in the squad. Thomas Tuchel don't really likes to deal with that type of side of the sport. He just want to just coach whoever is like the team that he has, which I respect. You know what I mean? It's like you just want to focus on your football, so that's cool, right? But now they give you the power. If you had give this power, I say power, but you know, there's this power, there's this power, everything.
Yeah.
No?
If he was a good coach, to be able to have that power, bro, I would just start making power moves. That's like playing a FIFA or something. Now I can start choosing the players. I would make all the best decisions to get the right players on the team. This nigga absolutely did the opposite.
You will try your level best to get the right players. You did the opposite.
Like this nigga really did the opposite.
It was time to replace Rudiger. It's time to replace Rudiger and Christensen. You chose my good brother Koulibaly. Koulibaly is a good player, but Koulibaly, he needs time wherever league he goes to, because he was being in Serie A for so long. It's a high risk that he will need time to settle in the Premier League. You should have also now gotten a defender that's gonna be ready to come in and play right now, whilst Koulibaly slowly integrates into the team, to give him time to come into the team, because he is coming in from Italy, where he's been there for so many years. You know what I mean? He said it himself when he signed an interview. He said the difference between Italy and England is that in Italy you think first, then you play. England, you play whilst you think. That means that he's the slow thinker. He's a slow thinker. So it takes him a minute to realize what to do. Like, so part of that is asking him to step in and to defend the first man that he sees, but it's not grasping in his head. Like, hella. Sometimes you don't have to be doing all that jippity jappity and just hippity happity. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, meditate sometimes so you can be level headed and know what it is that you're doing on the pitch, right? So Tuchel brought this man in with all this risk, and then Wesley Fofana from Leicester. That's a good signing, but with his injury risk, it's looking like, I don't know, man. I wish it could have been like Fofana and also somebody else who was more experienced. But now we have Koulibaly, so that's fine. You can't really go to the past and change it. It is what it is, right? So with Koulibaly now being in here now, we also brought in Sterling. That signing was to replace Lukaku and Werner. Timo Werner, who left. Timo Werner, who we signed, but it didn't work out. It looked like it was gonna work out, but then it just looked weird, right? Lukaku was a disaster. The man released an interview like this is like Gossip Girls or some shit, and he left the club, went back to Italy. He wanted to go back to Inter. Very corny, right? So now he goes to go get Sterling. Sterling's a good player, like 100% is a good player, but Chelsea as a club didn't need that caliber of player right now. We didn't need that. We needed somebody that was going to come and score goals and provide, but they can do it on themselves. I honestly haven't seen Sterling do it on himself. This was his opportunity to come and do it on himself and prove that he can lead a team by himself. Because City, you know, they have a bunch of like superstars over there. At Liverpool, he was young, so it didn't really he wasn't really carrying us. They had Suarez and Sturridge and all this stuff. Now it's time to come to Chelsea and to do that, but he never ended up doing that. Not to the full capacity that we thought coming into the season. So now it got me thinking, was that really the smart decision to go get when you have all these superstars out there that's doing their thing, Rafael Leao and all these players out there, and they gave you all this money to do, but you didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was random.
That was very
I feel like he saw him in the newspapers, like the newspaper that he wanted to be linked out.
I feel like somebody influenced him.
Or maybe he's so obsessed with Pep that he was like, oh well, since he's from a Pep team, I might as well just take him because he's in a Pep team. And then Koulibaly, oh, I've played against him a bunch of times in the Champions League. Okay, let me just bring him. I don't know, man. It's like maybe he didn't really do much data and research there, right? But I thought it was gonna work out though. Even going in, I thought it was gonna work out, but I don't know what happened. So now when it comes to striker's position with Ronaldo. Ronaldo was available. Ronaldo was not settled at Man United. He wanted to leave. The man wanted to leave. And Top Boy is like, hold on. You telling me? Top Boy asked Tuchel, shoot, Ronaldo, you want him? Tuchel said no. Top Boy said, what? You mean to tell me this man who is they say is one of the best players to play this game is unsettled at his club? Scored 17, was top goal scorer in that club last season, Man United last season, right? Why you don't want him again? Tuchel got fed up because Top Boy was just trying to ask him this question. Now, I understand. Top Boy don't understand football, but when you spend all that money on a football club, bro, I'm going to ask you if you want this. And you over here struggling. Let's remember, Tuchel was struggling.
Right.
When he signed all these players, he was struggling. Let's not forget that. This could have been Tuchel right now. We don't know that. It could have been worse. You know how that man be in his press conference and shit. That man be mad, emotional and shit.
Yeah, very emotional.
Right? So now, what happened?
So he like, why you didn't pick that player? So Tuchel getting all frustrated and stuff.
And Tuchel saying, don't what's it called? Like, don't bother him with this shit. So he was just sending his agent and or his manager to go to the meetings to discuss these issues. Bro, obviously you're gonna get fired, bro. Like obviously
you're refusing to talk to your boss. Like you're making a uneasy workplace. Like it's very complicated in there with you acting like that.
Well, you're making it toxic. Like niggas can't even talk. Like trying to talk, you cut him off, yelling, like telling like stop, like with your German accent, like don't ask me about Ronaldo. Like you know what I mean? Like, nah, man, calm down.
You have personal vendetta against Ronaldo.
But I understand why he didn't want Ronaldo there too. Like I understand that too because Ronaldo, it's a little bit too much. He's a little bit too much. But my thing is this, right? My thing is this. But my thing is this. If you was going to go and bring Aubameyang, you might as well have brought Ronaldo.
If you were gonna bring Sterling, you could have brought Ronaldo. At least Ronaldo would have produced something. Something where he would have.
Right.
Ronaldo's somebody that you could bring on your team, and he will help your team progress.
Right. Progress. I mean, recently it hasn't. I mean, you know what? It's only been recently, and it's been circumstances to the clubs.
Just lost his baby.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. That's funny.
No, but nobody even thinks about this. He's a whole person. You don't know what he's going through. Nobody know what the fuck he's going through.
No facts, and that's what I'm saying. I would have taken him. I would have taken him. If he was gonna bring Aubameyang and Sterling, you might as well just bring Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like I would have taken. Now that I think about it, at first I wasn't saying that I would take him. Absolutely not. I was saying no, absolutely not. But now that in hindsight, that I wanted to bring Aubameyang. No, I never wanted. He came back off with stuff, but I never wanted to bring Aubameyang. Nah, never. I always thought that was a bad idea, especially when he took the number 9 jersey. It just reminded me of the Falcao days. It reminded me of who was with the 9 Pato days. Well, that's what a success to me. I don't care. He won us the Champions League, so you have to give us that one, but he deserves time. Everything in life, it goes through cycles. You know what I mean? And you gotta go through darkness to see light. Right now is night. Tomorrow will be the morning. There'll be light. So you have patience with the man. We've been through this cycle multiple times with Sarri, Conte, Frank Lampard, can't even go Jose Mourinho. There's been a lot of times where, for instance, let's just talk about this one elephant in the room. Eden Hazard. We had Eden Hazard, the best player in the Premier League at his time when he was in the Premier League, doing his thing. If that man had the right support that he needed, he would have won the Ballon d'Or.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what? What is that? He would have won the Ballon d'Or. What are you talking about? Is this soccer, nigga? Y'all playing Harry Potter sports and shit with the ball and the broom. What the fuck is Ballon d'Or.
He would have won the Ballon d'Or.
What is that?
Bro, it's a very prestigious award that they give these players. It's like the Grammys of football.
You know how serious this award is? These niggas don't even know what prestige means.
That's so funny.
Prestigious in his life.
Man, and to me, because he's a prestigious player. He's a prestigious player. Eden Hazard. I've been a fan for a long time. And I know I've been a fan for a long time. And when Hazard was there, we were supposed to go and buy players to help. If we did that, we were being dominating in the league. Because if Hazard was able to win the Premier League and win all these titles with Chelsea with the squad that he had, I'm not saying that it was like the terrible squad, but let's be honest, it wasn't up to par. It wasn't the best squad. It's not like Man City right now, as we've seen. It's not like Liverpool, prime Liverpool. When Liverpool had, oh my God, when Liverpool had all them good players, it's not like that. So, with this being said, the reason why Hazard never had the backing that he needed was because the board, Marina and Co. I'm not gonna say your last name because I don't really know how to say it really like that. But you're a great businesswoman. Brought a lot of profit to Chelsea. Did a lot of good things for the club financially. Kept us stable. Wasn't really in financial problems unless that one time when we got banned, and then the other time too in 2012. Damn man. But you were trying to do the right thing by buying superstars. Y'all were just buying the wrong superstars. I'm not gonna act and say, okay, they didn't have our best interest. Y'all did have our best interest, but it was the wrong way of going about our interests. You know what I mean? You gonna go and buy superstars, but you gotta buy the right superstars. That means you have to have the right people around you, telling you who the superstars to go get. Don't just go and buy players that you see that's just in the rumor mill, and you just see them being linked, and then you just go on them, boom, just buy them. You don't do that. So with that being said, right, you have to get the right people around you to do that. He didn't do that. I personally felt like Roman Abramovich being left the club. After that, he been left in terms of like he was just leaving Marina to run it, whilst he knew like long term, England gonna try and take this club from him because Bean didn't like him since he first came to the club. Everyone knows this, right? With Marina and Roman being left. So with Marina coming into the play now and running the club, this is a lot of harsh decisions. And then you just keep firing managers. You can't have a continuation. Sir Alex has been at Man United for how many years? Gandas. When you go to Man City, Pep, 6-7 years now. Club, 6-7 years, 5 years, whatever years, more than that. Arteta 3 in these days and time, that's a long time, especially in the Premier League. You need longevity to be able to build something. Okay, if I Tuchel, you know what? I like Tuchel when he was there. I ain't gonna lie, I like Tuchel, but I ain't gonna lie, I was frustrated with him too. He had to play the youngsters. Then Lewis Hall went. They made it debut in that FA Cup. He was supposed to keep him in the team. The team was still like we were still having problems, bro. Let's just not act like we was having problems on the Tuchel. Like we had to grind our results. Tuchel is a good coach in terms of he had to grind our results and stuff. Like he did that.
Better than both.
Frank, it was a good energy, good vibe with the youngsters. It was a good idea. It's just that when he signed Havertz and Timo Werner that one summer, bro, if he had, man, Havertz and Werner was supposed to work. I still feel like Havertz will work. Timo Werner, I feel like it ended up too soon. I feel like they gave him too soon. I feel like there's still like something in there for him, but we'll see how it goes in the long run. You never know. He might return, but it was supposed to work that time, man. It's unfortunate that Cavas is young, so like we should have given Lampard more time, man. We should just give him more time. But I'm saying I'm a Chelsea fan and I like Frank Lampard, so that's why I'm saying this. But who knows? It may have been worse. But that's the past. We can't really change that or even get carried away on that. With Graham Potter now being the manager, he is British too. Let's not forget this. He's British. So I'm not saying that it's a preference or whatnot, but Chelsea is in England and Graham Potter is British. British managers don't really be getting the big jobs. The big six. British managers don't really be getting that. It's rare. Very rare. Now here is Graham Potter. Graham Potter has now been given the opportunity to manage a big club in the Premier League. You would think that this would be a good thing for the Brits. You would think that they will be on his side.
And Graham Potter's the new coach.
Graham Potter is the new coach of Chelsea. You think that the narrative?
His name is Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, yeah, like Graham Cracker.
And he looks like that.
Graham Potter.
He don't look like Graham Potter.
What he look like?
He looks like he be yelling. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
But I mean, he be quiet on the touchline though. He be like quiet and stuff on the touchline. And the fact that you're even questioning him on what's it called, on why he don't be reacting and stuff. What the fuck? Just because he know how to control his emotions. What? He don't have to be just trying to tantrum every time to feel like he cares and whatnot. That's the dumbest question ever.
Somebody
This,
asked that?
this is a thing in the reporters. The reporters, every time they have a press conference, they ask him about why he's not throwing the tantrums or why he's just calm.
Oh, that's because they're into the entertainment world. He's just fucking entertaining. That nigga's dead ass.
Like there's serious shit going on
Yeah, it's serious
at the
shit.
club. You think that guy got time to be jumping around doing all that nonsense? No. Shit is going wrong backstage. Why would he be doing that? We have to realize is this. Everybody's different. Just because he's not club jumping up and down don't mean that I was saying he's not a good manager. That don't make no sense. It made no sense. Now look at this, right? He used to be a shy man. Who knows? But with Graham Potter being there, he's British. You would think, and I feel like the reason why they be doing these unnecessary complaints to Graham Potter is because he gotta be hate. They're jealous of Graham Potter. You would think that they will back the man because he's British. Like the narrative, you know what's going on at Chelsea. You know that we have 11 injuries. You know that we have a bunch of injuries. And people saying you can't. I saw that shit. That shit made me. They said that we should not be complaining, Chelsea fans. With the team we put out today, they are good enough to compete. To compete for the club. What? Are y'all crazy? Some guy named Paul Wentworth. I was on Twitter. Paul Wentworth. This guy said a Chelsea lineup with Mount, Havertz, Zia, Jorginho, Kovacic, Koulibaly, Gallagher, Chalobah, and Kepa should at least be playing motivated, competitive, tactically organized football. And that is a low bar to clear. It's not happening. I don't want to hear about injuries. Paul, have you lost your mind?
JD Wentworth.
Everybody knows that these players that you have mentioned are not even good enough. Y'all said they wasn't good enough. And then we later on, Chelsea fans, we were like, you know what, they're not good enough. Mount. Y'all, every day, y'all ask us, What is Mount's purpose? What is Mount's reasoning to be on the pitch? And now you sitting here telling me that Mount is good enough? You're contradicting yourself. Which one is it? Either you're a hater or you just a liar. At this point, you're both. Havertz, bro, come on, man. All the memes, y'all call him a dyke. Y'all made him a dyke. And now you talking about he's good enough to Kai Havertz. Ziyech, bro, you know Ziyech. They call him 5% Mahrez. Jorginho, bro, when he won the third Ballon d'Or, y'all was making fun of that man. Kovacic is good. But that's just one man. Holy Bali, you see what he's doing. There's a good player inside of him, but where is it? We haven't seen it. No one has seen it. Gallagher, he just came back from loan. We already know how it goes. That's still a young player. We need to give him time to develop. He should be already be coming into a team that already has a foundation to give him time. Exactly. Nurturing like a daycare. Yes. You need to nurture these players. Chalobah should be starting, but he's playing right back. He's not even a right back. He's a center back. What do you want him to do at right back? He's a center back. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. He's trying his best. I mean, he don't have the pace. He can't cross the ball. Every time the ball went to him in the flanks in the attacking phase, he's not gonna be able to cross the ball because that's not in him. That's not his trade. He's a center back. So where is the context? Where is the common sense in your head when you say these things? Kepa. We know Kepa's history. How many times has Kepa lost us games, denied us the opportunity to get 3 points?
Oh God, Kepa done had this man on the floor screaming in front of the TV, yelling.
Kepa! I'm yelling this man's name like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Kepa don't perform.
So this is what I'm talking about with the narrative with Chelsea. What's going on right now with Chelsea?
Ooh, I'm color coordinated. Part of this world.
You have to understand something. Like this is not the way to go.
How they be doing?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're trying to do. I have no idea what you're trying to do. But so I say all that to say now, we need to give Graham Potter time. Give him the time he deserves to bring the squad back to where it's supposed to be. And just let him cook, man. Let the people cook. You know what I mean? Todd Pauly, he's brought in the technical directors. He brought in 4. That means he's really serious about it. If you bring in 4 technical directors, you clearly serious about some things. There's going to be a lot of discussions and organizations going on at that club. So you have to give the man time and let him cook. Let the man be who he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be great. You saw what he did to Brighton, right? You saw how he brought Brighton up. He went to Sweden, to Swinson, wherever the team it was. Sorry for butchering your name. I apologize. He took them from the 7th division up. From there, he went to Swansea. He was Swansea. Brought them up from whatever division down below. Like it wasn't their fault that they were there, but he thought and brought them up. Then went to Brighton. You see what's going on with Brighton. I remember when Chris Sutton was at Brighton. He was their manager. You saw the football they were playing. They were playing Stoke City football. Stoke City football. Barman football. That is football that is not entertaining. Sorry, Chris, but you know the vibe. You trying to get them 3 points. I understand. But Graham Potter came in and implemented his style. I remember when he first came, it was rocky, it was shaky. The fans would start yelling, shoot. That's another thing, Graham. You gotta tell the players to shoot. No cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the fans was yelling, shoot. The media was on him. All this games unbeaten, all this stuff. And he had the same problems at Brighton that he had the same problems here at Chelsea. He is dealing with a bunch of players that can't play his system. At Brighton, when he was there, he had to nurture them. He had to train them to be able to play his system. Look at these defenders now. Look at these defenders. Webster. Oh, yeah.
No, we have
Webster. What's his other name? Dunk. All these players, even what's his name, the tall one in Newcastle, what's it? Burn, Dan Burn, bro. He made these players play good football, man. Come on, we never saw these people playing that type of football before Graham Potter came into the football club. He did that, Graham Potter. Look at all these other players. Adam Lallana. I remember when he was at Liverpool. He
Sorry. Go,
no, facts. Adam Lallana was considered done. That was the narrative on Adam Lallana. He went to Brighton, and Graham Potter is the reason why he's playing like this right now to this day, and why the new manager is benefiting. Zergby or Zagby or Ziggy. My bad, sorry for butchering your name, but he's benefiting from Graham Potter's work at Brighton right now, as we're looking at right now. So, all that being said, you have to.
How?
What you mean how?
How?
What you mean how?
Because what you said.
How is benefiting? Because Graham Potter made them players good, and now the new manager gets to use them in his formation, and they can easily adapt to the man's formation because they're already used to playing good football. Had that manager came then when Chris Sutton was there, had this new manager came when Chris Sutton was there, this new manager would have had the same problems as Graham Potter had when he was at Brighton. If you don't have the players ready to play your system, you're not gonna succeed. This is a known fact. Pep will have to go and sign new players. He didn't have the patience with Sagna and Clichy and all the other players. He said, I need to go get new players right now. When to go spend all that money on Kyle Walker and Cancelo, and even before that, Benjamin Mendy. I don't know where he at, but him too. So that's what's
happening. Look off to the side.
I don't know where he at, right?
Crazy. Go.
So now with Chelsea, it's the same story. Give the man time, let him cook. Let's see if he can turn these players that Chelsea has at this club. Let's see if he can turn them into world-class players, good enough players to play the system at least. Let's see. Let's give him time and see. I'm saying, okay, let's see how the season ends. We see where we finish in the season. If we see where he finishes. Let's just see. You know what? Let's see after January, right? Let's see what's going on after January. Let's see what players he brings in, and then let's see now when the players come back from their injuries. Let's see if things change. Because let's remember when he first came, he went 7 games unbeaten. Let's remember we was in trouble. We nearly could have not gone through in the Champions League. We could have got in the Champions League. Remember that. We had to play AC Milan. Everybody was worried to play AC Milan. We did not think we was going to go and win that game.
Yeah,
we had no hope. What happened? He came and we won both games. Things was going good. The video was going. Yeah, I was Snapchatting, TikToking, doing all that. Now it gets a little rocky. We get injuries. You know what happens when Reece James gets injured. But why are we in that position? It's because the previous board never brought competition for Reece James. You know, Azpilicueta has done everything for the club. Literally, he's won everything. You should have had a plan to move him on. Livramento left to Southampton. That's also a Marina work. Livramento is in Southampton when he could have been at Chelsea. That don't make no sense. Tariq Lamptey is in Brighton. When he could have been at Chelsea. That's Marina's fault. And Yaya is crying for her to come back. Bro, Yaya is the problem. Where's your priority? There's no way. You can't even think like this. So, let's do what we have. We have new youngsters. Chelsea is a foundation where we always going to bring in youngsters to the club no matter what. So we got to learn from our mistakes, though. Don't take this shit for granted. You can't take nothing for granted. So you have to learn from mistakes. So now that's what we're doing. You see the youngsters in the squad. You see that they're playing. You saw Humphreys today. You saw Lewis Hall. You saw Chukwuemeka. Omar Hudson said, you need to guide your head a little bit and just play your game. No worries. Nothing like that. Just play. You see Dennis Zakaria, he's trying. I don't know how long this gonna last. I hope it lasts for long, but he's a stable Bakayoko.
Yo, what? He's a what? Yo, my son when you start talking on that shit. Wait, what the fuck? He's a stable.
He's a stable Bakayoko.
What's a bakayoko?
A player that with dangly legs that.
Why you got a rope wrapped around you, sir? What in the hell?
I was hopping
Well, I
earlier,
got
skipping.
wrangled earlier.
Wrangled. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Let them invest in the youth. You saw that they bought Fofana. You saw that they bought the Brazilian guy, Dos Santos. You see that they're spending, investing in these youngsters that are the next generation, the future of football. Let him cook. Let him do what he do, and let's see. Let him slowly bring out all the people that need to go. Because even when Tuchel was there, Chelsea fans, you already know that we had to a lot of players. We had to give a lot of players. We slowly got rid of Marcos Alonso. Finally, we got rid of who we get rid of? Damn. Giroud, but I guess Giroud was still good. Damn, Giroud could save us right now, to be honest. But Giroud, it's however you want to feel about that one. I don't think that one was necessary to get rid of, to be honest. Unfortunately, Rudiger and Christensen left. I didn't want them to leave, honestly, especially Christensen. We nurtured him. So that one,
We nurtured him.
we nurtured him.
He said it. He's like a proud father. Yo, this
No
is Nick
facts.
Steve.
No, bro. I was like a five-pounder, bro. I used to watch him in the youth team, and all of that, man. Him, Ake, they were in the same batch. I remember that, bro. I have been an advocate for youngsters for the longest. Trust.
That's fair.
So, with these players leaving, has anyone even who the hell left? Well, Lukaku, Timo Werner, it's just a bunch of people that never worked out, bro. The squad needs a reshuffling. People that we thought was gonna be never be. Let's just be frank. Christian Pulisic never became the player he was supposed to be. We gave him a lot of chances. And it's not easy. I'm here speaking from my living room, like, you know what I mean? Why don't you just go do it? You know what I mean? I understand it's not easy, but this is your profession. Whatever I'm doing on my profession, I'm expected to be the best at it. And anyone who wants to give me criticism, I'm open to that. I'm open to you giving me criticism for my occupation. His occupation is football. That's what he decided he wanted to do. He was at Dortmund. He was still developing. You know what? It's not even Christian Pulisic's fault. It's just that he may not just be ready for the league or the expectations. It might be that too. It might be just the expectations because there's a good player in there. It just needs to come out. We don't have time to wait. We have time to wait. I just said this is just time, and I say we don't have time to wait. That's hilarious. I'm contradicting myself. We do have time to wait. But Pulisic,
How much time do we really have, though?
that's what I'm saying. I need to add that there. How much time does Graham Potter really have? He deserves the time. He deserves the time. But how much time does he really have? That's the title right there. How much time does he really have? And Christian Pulisic, you have to step it up. Step it up. Get stronger. Change your diet. Focus more on football. Forget about the social media. Forget about all this other stuff. Let your people handle that. I understand what comes to that. Let your people worry about that. Mason Mount, this goes for you too. I know you love the club. You love the club very much. Let your people handle all that comes with just social media and all that good stuff. Let the people handle that. You focus on your football. Focus on what it is that you love doing, that you came to Chelsea to do. We all know there's a player in you. You've carried us. You was our leading goal scorer and assist for multiple seasons. So everyone goes through a rocky road. Right now, you're going through a rocky road, and it's fine. It's okay. You know, we've all been there. All the greats have been there. It's how you come from the rocky road now. You need to get up from the dark and rise up. So what everyone else is saying, just focus on your football. Listen to what Graham Potter is saying. Try new things. Put it upon yourself to try something. If it's not working, if you see a grandpa tell you to come and stand, like be towards like the left hand side, and be like, you know what? Every time I'm on the left hand side, I keep getting blocked. I keep getting nothing is working. Let me move over to the right, just real quick, just to just switch things up. You know what I mean? That's things that Hazard used to do. These are things that the great players they do. So don't be afraid to do that. You've already at the Chelsea. It's here. You're here. You're at Chelsea. There's no future. You're the future. Or that you're the here. You're the now. And it's unfortunate for you because you should have came when there was a core of players ready to integrate you into the Chelsea life. It's unfortunate that you have to just come in at a young age and do the carrying of the team.
Yeah.
That,
Bro, he a big brother.
he a big, he a,
He's an older sibling.
but he's young. He's only like 22,
Yo,
21.
Child,
Something like that, huh?
he's experiencing first child syndrome from a football team.
No facts,
He got the first child trauma.
bro.
Yo, that's wild.
Like, you see what I'm saying? So, is this deja vu? Is this another Hazard situation? He's 23. Is this another Hazard situation? I don't think so. I think that with the new technical directors that we have, we are building a dynasty. And with Graham Potter in charge, we're going to rise to the top. 100%. And I know with the football he plays, and even if he's not Graham Potter, this is Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea will be here no matter what. It don't matter. Someone gonna come and someone gonna go. It's gonna be the next guy. Don't know. The guy from Sporting, he's a good manager. There's a bunch of young, good managers. The guy from Salzburg, he's a good manager. There's a bunch of managers out there. We are building our foundation right now. We're signing all these young players coming in. Badiashile, France International, really supposed to be African, but we already know how that goes. He's in the club, 21. Fofana plays for Ivory Coast. A supporter of Chelsea. That man don't even have a haircut. He didn't get a haircut. That's how you know he's serious. You don't give a fuck about shit. This is how he came. But you see that it's not cut. I can't talk. I didn't have a haircut too. I'm serious. So, with that being said, Chelsea fans, you gotta be patient. Patience is the key to life.
Honestly, no, let's be fuck for real. We really gotta find a phenomenal coach that really could work with the players we got, or really send people out and really get the right people in there to get Chelsea great again. Because really, Chelsea has potential. Thank you.
What you mean? Yeah.
Start talking serious shit. Because Chelsea, yeah, bro. Chelsea need the fucking. We really just need to find a coach that's compatible really with the players, and then the players from there, we know that we can work with what we got. The players that don't make it, you can find your weakest link when you start nurturing and doing whatever you do. You already know what most people do. We can make moves from there, but we gotta find somebody that's compatible with that. We also gotta get Chelsea. Yeah, we also gotta get Chelsea on the right path for a better defense. Like Chelsea's defense is okay. Like, and get them the fuck together so that they could be in some type of formation or whatever the fuck it's called, so they can be aligned when one of the players got the ball. Like, come support your fucking teammate, bro, so that we can get a proper formation for a solid, smooth pass. Make sure the defense is together so we could do what the fuck we gotta do. I hope that this is making sense. Like, do y'all understand what I mean? Like, y'all see Chelsea's fucking defense. They're not like they play like are y'all scared or what? Like, what the fuck? Then the other whole issue is like when they start getting later into the game or they get like overwhelmed or something. Say it's the game where it's 1-0 and the other team has the 1 point, they start playing sloppy as fuck. We gotta tighten up and strong. 100%. That's very important. Gotta end fucking strong. Can't start doing that. They remind me of the fucking Warriors. Like they play good in one part of the game, and the rest of the game is you never fucking know. Like and strong. That's why it's very important to have a solid formation, because you can't start playing sloppy like that. You can't get overwhelmed like that, and then y'all not playing right. Like don't fucking switch out the fucking some players in, put some ass players in, especially at the end of the game, and you know that we need to fucking come up by some. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So now we got sloppy formation, sloppy players. So then that causes for, depending on what team we playing for, the other fucking players is on the other team gonna know that they gonna start really playing the fuck out of Chelsea, and then that's just embarrassing. Like, you know, we can avoid situations like that. This is easy, and I know it's easy because I'm not the most soccer educated fucking person. So I'm pretty fucking sure that this can click. I'm absolutely sure. Like,
I want to thank you all for watching this video. This has been a very educational video. And you Chelsea fans that you weren't there when in the struggle days. When I say struggle, yeah, we was winning trophies. But bro, we strive for excellence around here. And just like when Silas was there, he was winning trebles, Champions League, Premier League, all types of trophies. That's what Chelsea strives to be at all times. So we was winning trophies, but it wasn't like consistent where it's like, okay, we're just dominating. We was dominating, but it was in periods where it could have been domination for longer period, like, you know, winning doubles, triples. We should have won a treble. We should have won a treble. 3 trophies. We should have did that. We should have did that by now. We won the double, but the treble, I don't think so. No, we haven't won it. I need to check that. I know. So now, this is how we can be able to achieve and win the treble. By doing that is by Chelsea fans. Oh, I was gonna say, anyway, I already told you I had to do that because I'm gonna wrap it up. I already told you I had to do this, but strap in, man. I've been there before, so I already know there's no joke or whatnot that these other fans can tell me that I already don't have already peeped. A lot of you Chelsea fans, we're in there, so you have never experienced it before. This is your first time. You know what I mean? You may have just started watching football, who knows? But you don't know that these other clubs were also in dark times like this. Man United is still in these dark times. No one's just talking about it because it hasn't gone left yet. They're doing good right now. They're not talking about the fact that owner wants to sell them. Arsenal just came from.
Said your daddy, bro.
Arsenal just came from shambles. Remember what happened with Arsene Wenger. Remember what happened with Unai Emery. You remember. Then Arteta was brilliant. They gave him time. Remember, this whole video I've been telling you about time. They gave Arteta time. Man City. We remember when Mancini was there, the other guy, Pellegrini, was there. We remember that it wasn't this dominant from Man City. It took time. We remember when you got bought in 2008. We remember this. Pep came. It took time. We remember Liverpool were terrible for decades. Liverpool was terrible for decades, yo. At least Arsenal and Man United, at least, you know what I mean, they were being like successful here and there type shit. But Liverpool was a decade, bro.
We know they broke. We know they Bro, we know what's going on. We know them niggas got trouble. We know what's going on.
Bro, Liverpool should be grateful. Liverpool should not really be counting anybody like that, bro. You need to go a whole decade of success first before you can talk shit to any club. Because you've been in the mud for decades. We remember Skirtle and them. Steven Gerrard slipping. Come on, man. Let's not get into details. So we gonna so Chelsea fans, hey, listen, we've all been there, but we're not gonna be there that long. Because you already know Chelsea, we already have the rhythm, so we already have it in our DNA to bounce back quick. Liverpool was new to them, you know what I mean? They didn't know what to do, so they felt trapped and stuck in that. So that's why they wasn't never ever successful. And plus, their owners never really wanted to spend money like that. We always had money. Now let's use our money right. That's what we're supposed to do. Use the money right.
Y'all owners broke.
I'm saying money is key. It's not that important in real life, but in the football world.
Talk to broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys.
I can't talk to broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys. I can't talk to. No thanks. So now, I do enjoy when every team in the Premier League is doing well, just so that it can be more entertaining. So shout out to all the teams that are doing well in the league. Shout out to Arsenal. Shout out to Man City. Liverpool, they're going through what they're going through right now, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. Man United, you know, I'm sure they will get the owner that they deserve, that they've been seeking. I'm sure of it, right? Because the Glazers have done too much. It's enough. Enough is enough, my nigga. We are tired of watching people protest. Enough is enough. So whoever new owner come, good. I want it to be a black owner though, just because Manchester United is sprinkling a little bit of ethnicity in there. So now, when it comes to Chelsea, you're gonna rise above all of you guys at your best. I want to beat every team at their best to show you guys that we are the best. That's how it's supposed to go. I like that Newcastle now have all this money and they're coming in and they're challenging everybody. Spurs, I don't know what y'all gonna do with Daniel Levy. I forgot about y'all with y'all struggles. Y'all been struggling. Y'all been struggling since World War. But you are more dangerous than the plague. Bro, it's a saying that it's a Spurs thing. I forgot about y'all in this. It's fine. You one day will get that glory days. You will. But whenever you do get it, Chelsea will rise above it all. Yes. You know what? That's my wrap up right there. This is for y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
At least you complimented me.
You know, you gotta give compliments. You know what I mean? Like, you football fans, you taking this like. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Come on, bro.
I am Lulu. This is Vic XO. Chelsea. It's the greatest. Go ahead, and if you see my face anywhere, fuck with me. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Anywhere you see my name, Lulu, just hit that button because I'm about to tell you something.
I'm about to tell you something. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Look, test it. Watch this, y'all. Show them. Don't be hating. all them niggas. You wanna hop on a plane with that nigga. You wanna go for his plane with that nigga.
Here we are breathing hard.